Obviously, this is inside because of the weather today, but it does take on a distinctly different flavor, instead of being on the west front of the Capitol. And the platform where everybody is sort of spread out. It was quite something to watch the president-elect. What really happened when Carrie Underwood took the stage at Donald Trump's inauguration. A sudden technical glitch turned what could have been a career nightmare into one of the most unforgettable performances in inauguration history. But that wasn't the only moment making headlines. Trump was later seen whispering something to Carrie after the show, sparking endless speculation. Was it a heartfelt compliment, a behind-the-scenes confession, or something completely unexpected? Stick around, because this story might just change how you see both Carrie Underwood and that historic event. Carrie Underwood's performance at Donald Trump's inauguration was supposed to be a proud, seamless moment of patriotic celebration. Millions were tuned in, waiting to hear the country music icon deliver a stirring rendition of America the Beautiful. The stakes couldn't have been higher: a star-studded audience, a televised global spotlight, and a performer known for her precision and poise. But as she took the stage, no one could have predicted the jaw-dropping twist that was about to unfold. A sudden technical glitch threatened to derail everything, plunging the event into an awkward silence. What could have been a career-defining disaster quickly transformed into a moment of unexpected brilliance, one that would cement Carrie Underwood's status as a true star. The moment was set, the lights dimmed, the stage illuminated, and Carrie Underwood stood ready to perform America the Beautiful in front of a sea of faces and millions watching at home. The anticipation was electric. As the introductory music began, the energy in the crowd seemed to crescendo. But then it happened. Disaster struck. The sound system abruptly cut out, leaving the venue in an awkward and eerie silence. For a few seconds that felt like an eternity, confusion rippled through the crowd. Was it a technical failure, a deliberate pause? No one knew what to think. The tension in the air was palpable, and all eyes were glued to Carrie, waiting to see how she would handle the unexpected interruption. For many performers, this would have been the ultimate nightmare on a stage this monumental. Every move is scrutinized, every sound amplified. Yet suddenly Carrie found herself without music, without accompaniment, and seemingly without a plan. The situation could have easily spiraled into chaos. A less seasoned artist might have stumbled, frozen, or waited for technicians to scramble and restore the sound. But Carrie, she didn't miss a beat. With a calmness that belied the gravity of the moment, she paused, briefly took a deep breath, and made a decision that would define not only this performance, but her professionalism as an artist. Instead of retreating or faltering, she stepped forward and took control, stripped of any backing track or instrumental accompaniment. Carrie began singing America the Beautiful completely a cappella. Her voice, rich and commanding, filled the silent void in a way that no amount of technical wizardry could ever achieve. The crowd, initially unsure of how to respond, watched in awe as she navigated the moment with remarkable poise. For a split second there was hesitation. People were stunned. But as Carr's soaring vocals carried through the venue, that hesitation transformed into admiration. The audience, swept up in the motion of the moment, began clapping and cheering, showing their support as she turned what could have been a career nightmare into an unforgettable moment of artistry and resilience. Carr's ability to adapt in the face of such an unexpected setback was nothing short of extraordinary. She didn't just salvage the performance, she elevated it by stripping the song down to its purest form. She reminded everyone why she was chosen to perform in the first place. It wasn't about the glitz or glamour, it was about her raw, undeniable talent. This was a master class in grace under pressure, and the audience knew they were witnessing something truly special. As the crowd began to settle into this impromptu performance, something even more extraordinary happened. Carrie, flashing a warm and inviting smile, gestured to the audience and said, "You all know the words, sing with me." What followed was a magical, unplanned moment of unity. Thousands of voices joined her, singing along to the patriotic classic with heartfelt enthusiasm. The usual boundaries between performer and audience dissolved, replaced by a collective sense of togetherness. By the time the song ended, the technical glitch was all but forgotten. The silence, the initial confusion, the abrupt failure of the audio, all of it had been transformed into a moment that felt larger than the event itself. Carrie Underwood had taken what could have been a defining failure and turned it into a triumph of talent, grace, and humanity. What could have been a disaster became a defining moment for Carrie Underwood. Her impromptu a cappella performance didn't just save the day, it turned her into a symbol of resilience and professionalism. The raw power of her voice, unfiltered and unaccompanied, brought the audience to its feet. Without the safety net of a backing track or instruments, Carrie laid everything on the line. It wasn't just her incredible vocals that left people stunned, it was her ability to maintain composure and turn adversity into an unforgettable experience. As the crowd began realize what was happening, their hesitation melted into admiration. This wasn't just a performance anymore, it was a shared moment of triumph. Every note she sang resonated with an emotional weight that only comes from real unscripted moments. It was as if the technical glitch had stripped away the pageantry of the event, leaving only Carr's voice and the collective spirit of the audience. What made this moment even more extraordinary was Carr's ability to bring the crowd into her world. After a few verses, she smiled and invited the audience to join her. "You all know the words," she said, with a reassuring confidence that only someone with her experience could muster in that instant. The performance evolved into something even more powerful. Thousands of voices filled the venue, creating a spontaneous sing-along that felt intimate despite the massive scale of the event. What began as a potential embarrassment had transformed into a unifying celebration of music and patriotism. The energy in the venue shifted completely. What could have been an awkward and uncomfortable silence was now filled with warmth and connection. People who may have started the day as passive spectators became active participants in a moment they'd never forget. Carr's ability to read the room and adapt on the fly was nothing short of remarkable, showcasing why she's considered one of the most versatile and gifted performers of her genre. By the time the final notes of America the Beautiful echoed across the venue, it was clear that this wasn't just another inauguration performance. Carrie had turned a logistical mishap into an iconic moment that people would be talking about for years to come. The applause that followed wasn't just polite appreciation. It was a standing ovation, a wave of gratitude and awe from a crowd that knew they had witnessed something special. Carrie Underwood didn't just overcome a challenge, she owned it. She turned a moment of vulnerability into a showcase of her artistry, proving that true talent isn't just about hitting the right notes, but about rising to the occasion when things go wrong. For those watching in the crowd and at home, it was a performance that reminded everyone of the magic of live music, its unpredictability, its raw emotion, and its ability to connect people in the most unexpected ways. As the crowd's cheers finally began to die down, one question lingered: what did Donald Trump whisper to Carrie Underwood? After her triumphant performance, photos and videos from the event showed Trump leaning in to speak with the country star shortly after she stepped off the stage, and speculation ran wild. Social media erupted with theories ranging from the humorous to the downright absurd. Did he congratulate her? Was it a comment about the technical glitch? Or was it something political, given the highly polarized atmosphere surrounding the event days after the inauguration? Carrie finally addressed the mystery herself. Taking to Instagram, she commented under a clip of her performance, saying simply, "He just quickly said he loved the performance." It was a short and polite compliment, but in the midst of the chaos and the stakes of the day, it carried a weight of its own for Carrie, who faced criticism even before the event for agreeing to perform. This acknowledgement may have been a quiet affirmation of her decision to take the stage despite the controversy. Trump's words weren't groundbreaking, but they provided a rare moment of positivity in what had been a whirlwind of emotions. While the exchange itself was brief, it sparked endless debate among fans and critics alike. Was the compliment genuine? Was it an attempt to distract from the technical mishap? Or was it simply a moment of mutual respect between two high-profile figures? Whatever the intention, the moment added another layer to an already unforgettable performance. In the end, Trump's whisper wasn't the focus of the day. The focus was Carrie, her resilience, her poise, and her ability to transform a potential disaster into a moment of artistry and connection. However brief, the exchange may have been, it cemented her place as the star of the event, proving once again why she's one of the most beloved and respected performers in music today. Carrie Underwood's performance may have been a triumph of talent and resilience, but it didn't come without its share of controversy, even before she stepped onto the stage. Her decision to perform at Donald Trump's inauguration had sparked fierce debate. Online fans and critics alike were divided. Some admired her for separating music from politics and taking the opportunity to perform at a historic event, while others criticized her for aligning herself with such a polarizing figure. And after her performance and the whispered exchange with Trump, The mixed reactions only grew louder. Social media buzzed with a storm of opinions many fans praised Carrie for. Her professionalism, applauding her ability to overcome the technical glitch and deliver a show-stopping performance. Carrie handled this with such grace. One fan wrote on Twitter she could have panicked. But instead, she made it one of the most memorable performances of her career. That's what being a true artist is all about, another supporter chimed. And she made everyone forget about the glitch and reminded us of the power of live music. What an icon. Others, however, couldn't separate her talent from the politics of the event. Critics argued that her decision to perform sent the wrong message, with some fans even claiming they were disappointed in her choice. One Instagram user commented, "I've always loved Carrie, but this just feels like a betrayal. How could she agree to perform at such a divisive event?" Another wrote, "I'm heartbroken. I can't listen to her music the same way anymore." These reactions reflected the broader political divisions that surrounded the inauguration itself, with Carrie caught in the crossfire of public opinion. Despite the backlash, there was a growing consensus on one point: Carrie's performance itself was undeniable. Critics who were initially skeptical of her decision couldn't help but admit she had delivered something extraordinary. Music journalists highlighted her ability to connect with the audience in a way that transcended the event's political undertones. One noted, "Carrie Underwood reminded us why she's one of the greatest vocalists of her generation. Her voice alone turned a technical failure into a moment of pure magic." The unplanned audience single was another aspect that drew widespread admiration. Many saw it as a rare moment of unity in otherwise divided time. The way she got the crowd to join her was incredible, a commenter wrote on YouTube. It didn't matter what anyone's politics were in that moment. It was just about the music. This sentiment echoed across platforms, with people calling the sing-along wholesome, heartfelt, and a beautiful reminder of what music can do for some. Carrie's decision to perform wasn't about politics, it was about art. She's an artist, not a politician. One fan posted she didn't go there to make a statement, she went there to sing and do what she loves. That's what makes her so special. Others argued that her ability to rise above the noise and focus on her craft spoke volumes about her character and professionalism. As the conversation continued online, it became clear that this performance was destined to be remembered, not just for the controversy or the technical glitch, but for the way Carrie Underwood handled it all. She stood her ground, delivered a breathtaking performance, and reminded everyone why she's one of the most respected figures in music. Whether fans agreed with her decision or not, they couldn't deny her talent or the impact of that unforgettable moment in a world where music, politics, and personal beliefs often collide. Carrie Underwood's performance became a reflection of the challenges artists face in navigating these intersections. But for those who watched her rise to the occasion, it was also a powerful reminder of what makes live music so special. It's unscripted, raw, and at its best, deeply human. Carrie Underwood's performance at Donald Trump's inauguration wasn't just another milestone in her already extraordinary career. It became a defining moment that showcased her resilience, artistry, and the enduring power of live music in the face of an unexpected technical failure and the intense scrutiny. Politically charged event, Carrie delivered more than just a flawless vocal performance. She delivered a message about grace under pressure and the ability to connect with an audience on a deeply human level. What made this moment so unforgettable wasn't just her voice, though it was undeniably breathtaking. It was the way she carried herself through adversity. Live performances are unpredictable, and anything can happen, especially on a stage that's monumental for most artists. The pressure of singing live in front of millions would be overwhelming, but Carrie rose above it. Her decision to continue singing a cappella, her poise, and her ability to bring the crowd into the performance turned a potential disaster into a career-defining triumph. Beyond the performance itself, this moment cemented Carrie's reputation as an artist who stays true to her craft and values. It wasn't just about the glitz, the politics, or the controversy. It was about the music. Carrie's stripped-down rendition of America the Beautiful reminded everyone why live performances matter. Without the backing tracks or stage effects, her voice alone carried the weight of the moment, creating an atmosphere that was raw, real, and profoundly moving. For Carrie, this performance will undoubtedly stand out as one of her most defining moments. It wasn't perfect, she later reflected, but it was real, and sometimes that's even better. That authenticity, the kind that turns flaws into magic, is what keeps her fans coming back. and what will ensure this moment lives on in their hearts' critics. Fans, and even those unfamiliar with Cars, came away from the performance with something to admire for some. It was her ability to turn a technical failure into triumph. For others, it was her decision to perform at such a high-stakes event with professionalism in heart, regardless of the controversy surrounding it. And for many, it was the reminder that even in moments of imperfection, greatness can emerge. This performance wasn't just about a song, a stage, or a political event. It was about resilience in the face of adversity. The magic of human connection and the endurance bring power of music to inspire and heal, whether you loved her decision to perform or questioned it. One thing is certain: Carrie Underwood created a moment that will be talked about for years to come. So, what does this moment mean for Car's legacy? It means she's more than just a country superstar. She's an artist who embodies the spirit of live performance, bold, vulnerable, and unafraid to turn challenges into triumphs. It's a legacy of resilience, grace, and artistry, one that continues to inspire millions of fans worldwide. What do you think about Carrie Underwood's unforgettable performance and the reactions it sparked? Did this moment change your perspective on her? As an artist, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories that capture the magic of music and live